of Philosophical Research sponsored national webinar on yoga. Yesterday, we have an introductory talk on yoga for all by Dr. M. Srinivasan of Annamalai University. Today, we are going to have a talk on yoga and immunity by Mrs. Selvarani Madam. Throughout the world, the medical and research scientists are trying to find out a solution or a drug solution, that is a drug or vaccine for COVID-19, which is a Herculean task and which is also specific for the disease. In general, everyone insists overall health of an individual, and all of us talking about immunity for any other disease. So in this regard, today's lecture will be useful to you. Mrs. Selvarani is a yoga consultant and trainer for the past 10 years, having classes for children and women in and around Tanjavur. She got BA English degree and completed MSc Yoga from Tamil Nadu Physical and Sports University, Chennai. He has also participated several yoga competitions and won first place twice in competition conducted at state level in 2019. So today, in this Indian Council of Philosophical Research sponsored national webinar on yoga, she is going to talk on yoga and immunity. Over to ma'am. Ma'am, please.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Audio. Video?
Yes, madam. Please carry on.
Video?
Video slide is not shown, ma'am. Presentation is not there.
My face? My face, sir?
Your presentation is not in that view, ma'am.
Okay.
Now is this visible?
So I request others not to use the presentation mode.
Video da.
And if you have any difficulty in your end, I will continue that presentation slide.
Slides out first. You
proceed the slide, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Can you visible me? Can you see me?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Camera is on. Yes, good morning everybody. Thank you for introducing me. I thank for giving this opportunity. Today I am going to present you about yoga and immunity. Since 2015 onwards, we are celebrating as 2015 onwards, we are celebrating the International Yoga Day through the guidance of our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. India also set up a Ministry of Ayush so as to restore the recognition of ancient Indian knowledge, mainly on yoga. In this presentation, we will see about the yogic principle of healthy living, 3 gunas, 5 koshas, basic asanas, Surya Namaskar, kriyas and pranayama, and finally 61-point meditation. Now, what is meant by yoga? There is a lot of literary meaning in this. The union of body, mind and soul. Jivatma with Paramatma is like that. In Bhagavad Gita, Yoga is defined as samatvam yoga uchate, equality between likes and dislikes. Yogaga karmasu kushalam. Skillful action is nothing but detachment. As per the great text Patanjali Yoga Sutra, yoga is defined as the Chitta Vriddhi Nirodhaka. Yoga Vashishta says that
Usas. Basic asana.
Yoga Vashishta says that skillful action is nothing but detachment in life. Skillful action is nothing but detachment. And then in Katha Upanishad, yoga is defined as tam yogam iti manyate stiram indriya dharana, that is holding the senses steady. Now we will see the immunity. What is meant by immunity? Immunity, ability to resist the infection or toxins in our body. How yoga enhance immunity? When we practice asanas with proper breathing, the intake of oxygen increases in cells, increases the metabolic activity, and then it increases the immune system in our body. Yoga is not just a set of exercise. It's a healthy living followed by dhyana. Our World Health Organization states that health is defined as the complete physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being, not merely an absence of disease. In 2020, sorry. Resist the immune. Next slide. Yogic principles of healthy living. Yogic. Now we see the yoga in 2020 is the best time to realize the yoga for improving our immune system, enhance immunity, and healing therapy. Yoga is not yes. Controlling of breath and senses are vital to detoxify the body and mind and balance the life force, followed by practice of dhyana. Yoga with meditation are vital to detoxify the body. Is nothing than essential food and medicine for our body without any side effects. They can strength essential and functioning the vital hormones, bones and muscles. Yoga improves the respiratory system and the lymphatic system. It activates the central nervous system, helps in overcoming hormone imbalance, manage psychosomatic disorders, provide high endurance and enable better blood circulation and oxygen supply. Yoga is one of the most effective natural immunity booster. Now we will see the yogic principle of healthy living. There are 4 ideas to live healthily. That is achara, vichara, ahara, vihara. Achara. In Tamil, we all hear about that. Acharam. They are living with acharam. That house is living with acharam. That's the same one. That is better mental health through right daily routines. Vichara. Intellectual health through right thoughts. And ahara. That is yogic diet, vegetarian with midda ahara. Midda ahara means half stomach food. And then quarter for water and quarter for air. And then vihara. That is better emotional health. Next slide. Next slide. Yes. Every human being is born with innate faith. They are having the 3 gunas, that is sattvic, rajas and tamas. Every human being sometimes acts as sattvic, sometimes they are in rajas, sometimes they are in tamas. Sattvic people look like calm and clean mind, and then Rajas people, they are distracted and energy and they are reactive. And then the Tamas people look like dull. Sattvic means the goodness, Rajas means passion, and Tamas means ignorance. Acceptance. Sattvic people accept as it is. Rajas people accept as something else. And Tamas people act as negative. For the charity, Sattvic people with no expectation they are doing. Rajas people having some expectation. But in Tamas people, they do for the selfish and then do for their own will. Reactive, activeness. Sattvic people act as proactive and the Rajas people reactive and Tamas people act as inactive. Understanding as it is. They are understanding as it is. The Sattvic people are driven by. Sattvic people driven by the knowledge, pleasure. Rajas people are pleasure and Tamas people are in pleasure. Sattvic people is apt for the Bhakti Yoga and Rajas people is apt for Karma Yoga, but the Tamas people are apt for the Hatha Yoga and Karma Yoga. Yoga nourishes all the gunas. One who works with one's Tamas gunas, he translates then towards the Sattvic Rajas guna and then towards Sattvic guna. Finally, they go to the beyond all gunas, that is called Nirodha. Next slide. Next. 5 koshas. Taittiriya Upanishad says conceives 5 body koshas, that is 5 sheets in our body. These 5 body sheets coexist in a perfect interdependence among themselves. The interplay of the 3 gunas responsible for this change. 5 koshas, that is Annamaya kosha, the first one, innermost layer is the Annamaya kosha, and second one, Pranamaya kosha, and then third, Manonmaya kosha, fourth one, Vijnanamaya kosha, and finally the outer layer is the bliss body. In Annamaya kosha, we are having the senses of 5 indriyas, 5 senses. It acts as 5 senses. And then Pranamaya kosha, it's called air body. We are having the Pancha Prana here. 5 pranas are here. Udana, Prana, Samana, Vijnana, and okay. Then go to the intellect body, emotional body, that is Manonmaya kosha. In this, the imbalances starts here. We feel emotion, tension, willing, thoughts are coming in this koshas. And then Vijnanamaya kosha, it has the movement in right direction and goes to the Anandamaya kosha. We are having healthiest with perfect harmony. So we have to balance this all koshas, then we will be very happy. First, for the Annamaya kosha, we have to do for yogas and the yogic diet. We follow the yogic diet and asanas for the Annamaya kosha. In Pranamaya kosha, we have to concentrate on breathing and pranayama exercises. And then Manonmaya kosha, here we have to do for Pratyahara and other experimental way of yogas. In intellectual body, that is Vijnanamaya kosha, we have to do only for Dharana and Dhyana. And then come to the last bliss body, pure consciousness. Here we have to concentrate only on Dhyana. In these prana, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, all the words comes in the Ashtanga Yoga. So we have to balance all the koshas with practicing the asanas and breathing regularly. Next slide, sir. Next. Next, sir, please. Basic asanas. In this, we are having lot of asanas. Varieties of asanas are there. Number of asanas are there. In 15th century, Hatha Yoga Pratipika and the 18th century Grantha Samhita says that there are 84 asanas is enough for us to live healthy life. Nowadays, we are having the each and every asanas for various variations. So we have to follow the, now we are doing improving our immunity system. So few of them are taken here. We will see the, now we will see the Vrikshasana. Here we are standing in one leg with raising the two hands upwards, placing the Namaskar Mudra. Here we have to breathe for 3 times or up to 5 times. Inhale slowly and exhale slowly. Here, raising your hands, the in lungs, the lower lobes of the lungs also gets oxygen. So we have to practice inhale slowly and exhale slowly. We have to get the oxygen. The intake of oxygen is increased. The increasing of oxygen stimulates the metabolic activity and it increases the immune system. So we have to practice on the other leg also. The balancing of the legs also concentrate on breathing itself. So we have to balance and we are breathing in the proper way. So we can get the healthiest and strongest body. Next slide, sir. Utkatasana, that is a chair pose. It's a small variation in chair pose. In this asana, we are concentrating and we are stretching the calf muscle, knee, thighs, hip, and 2 arms. In this position also, we are getting and balancing. You are balancing your body and getting more oxygen intake. We have to stay in this position up to 20 to 30 counts. In this, our breathing is in normal position. So repeat this for and then come to the normal position and repeat it for 3 times. You will get proper breathing and inhaling, exhaling. The intake of oxygen also very rich here. So you get the strengthy body and energetic. On to the next slide, sir. Next slide, sir. Yes, it's a supine position asana, Matchasana. You can do with the Padmasana also. This is a simple posture. Anybody can do this with proper position. Padmasana, some old man or old aged persons are not able to do Padmasana with Matchasana. Now it's simply lay down on the floor and legs close together and keep your palms on floor. Simply rise your head and you have to place the tip of the crown on the floor. You have to raise your chest how much possible. You can do that. Yes, in this position, we are expanding the lungs from lower lobes, upper lobes, and middle lobes, and the side portions of the lungs also get oxygen. We have to, in this position, we have to concentrate on inhaling with very slowly and exhaling slowly for up to 5 times. In this position, we have to, in here also, we are taking the large amount of oxygen inside. This asana helps to release the fatigue, sinuses problems, and the respiratory tract problem, and then asthma, and the allergy problems. All these problems are released when you are practicing continuously. Go on to next slide, sir. Bhujangasana. This is prone position. Here, 3 models of Bhujangasana. First, you have to follow the first one. Here, first you have to lay down in the prone position, legs close together, and keep the palms sidewards, and simply rise your chest upward and breathe deeply how much is possible, and inhale. Stay there for 3 counts of breathing. Here also we are expanding the front portion of our body, and then the spine gets contracts. Due to this contraction and elongation, the central nervous system activated. It activates the central nervous system and it stimulates the lower part of the body. The hormonal imbalances are balanced and it stimulates the immune system. Okay, go on. Next slide. Please, next slide, sir. Virayasana. It's a standing posture and then back bend. Here it's 2 varieties of Virayasana, that is same as to Hasta Uttanasana and Virayasana. In this asana, we have to expanding our front portion of our body and contrasting the back portion, that's the spinal cord. In this contraction, in this position, you have to inhale and exhale and come to the normal position. Here also, it strengthens the foot to the neck of our body. It strengthens our whole parts. It gives the metabolic activity to the whole endocrine system and it stimulates the immune system. So go on to the next slide, sir. Next slide, sir. Padmasana. Padarasana. Okay. It's mainly useful for ladies and for the best for the pregnant. The lower part of the body gets activated morely and the spine stands in straight. The oxygen flows to the head region is increased and the lower parts get stimulated the endocrine system and it increases the strength to our lower part of the body below the navel. Next slide, sir. Next slide, sir. Padmasana. This is the meditative posture. We all seen, wherever we are seeing the meditation, we can see this Padmasana. That is lotus posture, cross-legged posture. This, who can possible, then you may do that in Padmasana or sit in the Siddhasana or in Sukhasana. Now we see the Padmasana. In this posture, we are cross-legging and then streets erect. Your spine must be in erect and close your eyes and breathe. Inhale, breathe slowly and exhale slowly. We have to do how much if possible, you can do that. In this position also, we are increasing our respiratory system and lungs capacity. Due to this, it stimulates the immune system. In this Padmasana, the oxygen flow to the head region increases. It gives freshness to the body and the brain cells also activated. Okay, go on to next, sir. Next slide. And now we will see the Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar Sun Solution, it has the 12 steps. We all know about that. Everywhere we see the Surya Namaskar. We are having various varieties of Surya Namaskars also. But this is the most familiar one. We are having the 12 posture. That is Namaskar posture. First one, Namaskar, and then Hasta Uttanasana, Pirayasana. Go to the Pirayasana and come to the Pada Hastasana, and then Atma Shanshalasana, Parvatasana, Ashtanga Namaskar, Bhujangasana, and then it returns, and then it started Parvatasana, Asvashanchalasana, Hasta, Padahastasana, Virayasana, and come to the Namaskar question. We are having the 12 positions here. In this Surya Namaskar, we are doing or activating all the systems in our body: skeletal system, nervous system, muscular system, and endocrine system, like that. In this, the intake of oxygen increased in one side. Here, we also concentrate on the breathing, inhaling and exhaling also. When you are doing the back bend, we have to concentrate on inhale, and then Padahastasana, we have to concentrate on exhaling. And then Asvashanchalasana, in this all position, we have to do inhale and exhale. We are having the 12 posture. It activates all the systems in our body. It is balanced. It helps to balance the hormonal system. It activates all joints, and in all joints, it releases the toxins, and blood flow to them all parts of the body from head to toe is increased. In this, the endocrine system stimulated, and then it stimulates the metabolic activity and the immune system. In all these asanas and Surya Namaskar, we are concentrating again and again, saying that inhaling and exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, the breathing. Yes, the breathing is the most effective in our body, most essential in our system. That will give the immune system. So we have to concentrate on breathing regularly. That enrich the immune system. Then next slide, sir. Then we will see the Kriyas and Pranayama. If you want to do asanas or pranayama regularly or correctly with perfect position, first you have to do Kriyas. What is meant by Kriyas? That is cleansing the inner parts. We are cleaning the inner parts. First we have to, there are such Kriyas. 6 Kriyas are there. But here we see only 3. That is Neti, Basti and Dauti. Neti is cleansing the nasal part. It helps to breathe easily and practice pranayama very easily. And then go to Basti. That is, it's cleaning the large intestine. And then Dauti, it cleanses the small intestine. These two helps to practice the asanas and breathing very effectively, and very easy to do the asanas and pranayama very easily. So now see the pranayama. Bastrika pranayama, Kapalapati and dog breathing. These are, we are having lot of pranayamas, varieties of pranayama. The Hatha Yoga text, they are giving varieties of asanas. But these 3 is major thing to increase our immune system. And nowadays we want that in the nasal cleaning, respiratory tract and the throat cleanness. Bastrika, the cleaning of nostrils. It is helps to cleanse the nasal part and the respiratory tract. First, in Bastrika, we have to inhale and exhale quickly. It involves quick inhaling and exhaling through the nostril with making some sound touching the head, chest and throat. It gives the oxygen intake to the lungs. It cleans the path of the respiratory system. Bastrika gives it destroys. What is the benefit for Bastrika? It destroys all the diseases and illness away. It is given by the greatest Hatha Yoga Pratipika in 15th century itself. And then Grantha Samhita, 18th century, also says, describes about the Bastika Pranayama. And then go to the Kapalapati. Now, in the Kapalapati, we are doing the skull cleaning process. Kapalapati is sit in the Vajra. In Kapalapati, we have to sit in Vajrasana and keep the hands sideways. And we have to only exhale forcefully, repeated again and again for 20 to 30 counts. Kapalapati. We have to exhale only, no need to inhale. We have to exhale fastly, repeat it for 20 to 30 counts as much as can possible, up to 50 or 100. It's a skull cleaning process. It cleans the respiratory tract also. It gives the oxygen to the head region. The oxygen flow to the head region also increased. Due to this, the brain cells also activated. It gives freshness to the body and the face also. Dog breathing. Next one, dog breathing. That is cleaning the throat. In this breathing, we are sitting the Simhasana. We all hear about the Simhasana. Sitting in Vajrasana and keeping the tongue away. First, you have to breathe through the nose and exhale through the mouth, keeping the tongue outside. Repeat the process for 15 to 20 times and take rest and go for 3 times. Dog breathing gives the cleaning of throat and then it gives respiratory systems also clean. The respiratory tract gives more oxygen and it goes to the lungs. Here, the immune system also stimulated in the throat, nasal and the respiratory tracts. Yes, go to the pranayama. Pranayama, that is breathing. Breathing, we are helping the circulatory system, which leads to health and stronger immunity. Pranayama. What is meant by pranayama? Inhaling, exhaling. Simply we are doing inhaling, exhaling. But in this pranayama, we have to inhale 1% and retain your body, retain within your body 4% and exhale 2%. But what's the counting for that? Tirumala says that it's 16 counts to inhale and 64 counts to retain and 32 counts for exhaling. That is Puragam, Kumbhagam, Rechagam. In pranayama, first you have to inhale through the left nostril and retain how much is possible. The beginners won't able to up to the count 64 at itself. First, you have to be able to do whichever capacity, whichever health. First, inhale through the left nostril and retain in your body how much is possible, and then exhale through the left nostril and right nostril, and again inhale through the right nostril and retain in your body and exhale through the left nostril. This is the one cycle. First, you have to practice 5 cycles per day, and then we can increase up to how much is possible. This pranayama leads our life healthy and long. Next slide, sir. Next. Before this 61-point meditation, we can analyze all this process. From first onwards, we are saying inhaling, breathing, exhaling, like that. We are having the lot of inhaling process and exhaling process in all these asanas. Why we are doing that? Yes, because we have to increase our lungs capacity. It leads to stimulate our endocrine system, immune system, metabolic system, etc. Like this. So we are concentrate on this all asanas for breathing. Now we can say that the tortoise are living 100 years, and then the hare, the rabbit, that is living only 3 to 4 years. Why it's happening here? Nowadays, the man's also living without medicine up to 30 to 40 only. After that 30 years, from 35 or 40, we are living with medicine or help of the doctor. Why it's possible? We didn't breathe regularly or we didn't breathe properly. There is the problem. The tortoise are breathing per minute. There is only 7 minutes, 7 times, 6 to 7 times tortoise breathe per minute. The hare breathes 20 to 30 times per minute. Our human beings, adult, are breathing 12 to 20 times per minute. If we expand or if we reduce the number of counts, 12 to 20, if we reduce this, we can live without medicine or without help of the doctor. We can live healthy and strong and happily. Now, finally, we come to the 61-point meditation. In this meditation, we have to lay down on the floor. You finish all this asana, Surya Namaskar and Kriyas, simply lay down on the floor, keeps legs little apart and legs close together, and make it a relaxed position. Close your eyes and you have to go inwards with your body. First, you concentrate on your Ajna chakra, that is in between the two eyebrows. You start here. The first point start Ajna chakra and ends at 61 at here. First, you start from the Ajna chakra and go to the second one, throat region, and then shoulder joint, right side shoulder, and elbow joint, and wrist joint, and tip of all fingers, and again come to the throat region and goes to another side, that is left side of your hand, that is left side shoulder, elbow, wrist, and tip of the fingers, and again come to the throat region and go to the middle part of the body up to the navel and go to the right leg. Here also thigh joint, knee joint, ankle joint, and tip of the toes, and again come to the navel point and forward to the left side also, and again return to the navel position. Now you observe this. All these points activated, all these points are connected in joints, and then the endocrine system. We are concentrating on where it is. We are concentrating on this, all parts of our joints and the endocrine systems. If you focused on any part of your body, the oxygen and blood circulation is going that side. So if you are in this position and concentrate in all this position, your blood flow and then oxygen flow from head to toe is in normal position and in good condition. Do all this and simply relax for 1 to 3 minutes and then come to the normal position. Yes, this is the 61-point meditation type. It releases. What is the use of this 61-point meditation? It releases the stress, tension, and refreshes the body. After the meditation, we feel light and energetic. Yes, go on to the conclusion. From all this, we are saying pranayama. We are seeing pranayama, asanas, and meditation. In all this, we are increasing our breathing and increasing our vital capacity of lungs. It leads to increase our immunity. So we have to follow this. Final conclusion is that is the main 3 things we have to do. 3 things, that is yogic diet, regular timing sleep, and then asanas and pranayama. That is brahmacharya. In yoga, we say that is the 3 things to do for a healthy and happy life: agara, nitra, and brahmacharya. Agara, we have to follow the yogic diet, that is fresh and vegetarian food. And then nidra, nowadays we didn't sleep up to 6 hours. I think we are sleeping the late night and wake up at the late morning. That's our problem to increase our metabolic activity. It confuses our metabolic activity. So we have to concentrate on first diet, and then the nidra and the brahmacharya. That is the yogic principle of healthy living. We have already seen that now. So we have to do yoga regularly and live happily. Thank you. I thank you for one and all for giving this opportunity. Thank you. Any questions, sir?
Thank you, madam, for your nice presentation. Now, audience can ask questions directly to ma'am. I request the audience to ask questions if you have any.
Hello.
Yes, sir, please.
Thank you.
வணக்கம் மேடம், நான் முசிறி காலேஜ்ல இருந்து மருதநாயகம் பேசுறேன் மேடம். ஹலோ.
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
ஓகே, யோகால நல்லா பண்ணீங்க மேடம். ஆக்சுவலி இந்த முத்ராலாம் எவ்வளவு நேரம் மேடம் பண்ணணும்?
Mudra, we have to do 15 to 20 times a day.
Per day. ஒவ்வொரு முத்ராவுக்கு each and every முத்ரா.
Yes. If we follow one mudra in the morning, we have to do 15 minutes. அதாவது உங்களுடைய இன்னும் சொல்ல போனா முத்ரா செய்யக்குள்ளர உங்களுடைய ஸ்டமக் ஆஃப் ஸ்டமக் இருக்கிற மாதிரி, எப்படி நம்ம யோகாக்கு சொல்றோமோ அந்த மாதிரிதான் முத்ரா செய்யக்குள்ளர உங்களுடைய ஸ்டமக் ஆஃப் ஸ்டமக் இருக்கணும். முத்ரா பண்ணணும். 10 to 15 minutes compulsory you have to do that in the morning or evening. That is the better time you have to do.
மார்னிங் பண்ணோம்னா எம்டி ஸ்டமக்ல பண்றது நல்லதா மேடம், இல்ல அது காபி?
Very effective for that. That is very effective for you.
எம்டி ஸ்டமக்.
Yes.
ஓகே.
ஹலோ, வணக்கம் மேம்.
வணக்கம்.
மேம், இது குடல் இறக்கம் ஹெரண்யா ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கக்கூடியவங்க சூரிய நமஸ்கார் செய்யலாங்களா?
அதுல இப்பதான் நிறைய சூரிய நமஸ்கார்ல வெரைட்டிஸ் ஆஃப் டைப்ஸ் வந்துருச்சு. அதனால நீங்க செய்யலாம். பட் ரொம்ப நம்ம பாடியை ஸ்ட்ரெச் பண்ற மாதிரி மெயினா இங்க ஃபார்வர்ட் பெண்ட் ரொம்ப நிறைய இருக்கக்கூடாது. அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த அஸ்வசஞ்சலாசனம் கொஞ்சம் பார்த்து பண்ணணும். அதாவது லைட் வேரியேஷன்ஸ் கொடுத்துக்கலாம், தாராளமா பண்ணலாம்.
ஓகே மேம், தேங்க் யூ மேம்.
போஸ்டர் நம்ம பிக்சர்ல வந்த மாதிரி ஃபுல் போஸ்டர் வரலனாலும் if you are doing something you can get something. Okay.
Okay ma'am.
Good morning madam.
Okay.
Good morning madam, I am Dr. Sundaramurthy from Raja Samuji Government College.
Okay sir.
One basic question, is there any scientific evidence for that yoga practices improve immune system?
Yes sir. Immune system, if the metabolic activity is regulated, it gets the immune system sir. Metabolic activity correcta irundaduna immune system correcta work pannum. All this hatha yoga text says that.
The scientific research is happening now madam, the immune system versus yoga practice.
No sir. But I read on the text only sir. But if you immune system theriyadu, but we are away from the illness. For past 15 years, I am practicing yoga. I didn't go for hospital. This is my proof.
Yes.
Okay madam, thank you.
Okay, welcome.
Any questions, sir?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, please.
மேடம் நான் தங்கமதி பேசுறேன்.
சொல்லுங்க மேடம்.
உங்க பிரசன்டேஷன் நல்லா இருந்தது.
ஓகே.
உங்ககிட்ட யோகா கத்துக்கிறதுக்கு நான் ரொம்ப பெருமைப்படுறேன்.
தேங்க்யூ மேம், தேங்க்யூ.
ரெகுலர் பிராக்டிசஸ் தான் நமக்கு எவிடன்ஸ் இல்லையா? ரெகுலர் பிராக்டிசஸ் ஆஃப் யோகா தான் நமக்கு எவிடன்ஸ். நம்ம வந்து இல்னஸ்ல இருந்து அவேவா இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு நிறைய சயின்டிபிக் எவிடன்சஸ் ஆர் தேர். இருந்தாலுமே பிராக்டிக்கலா நம்ம வந்து ரெகுலரா பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தோம்னா நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி டிசீஸ் ஃப்ரீயாவும் இருந்துக்கலாம்.
ஆமா,
அதை டிஸ்கஸ் பண்றதுக்காக தான் நான் உங்ககிட்ட பேசினேன். வெரி ஹாப்பி டு ஆஸ்கிங் யூ. தேங்க்யூ மேடம்.
தேங்க்யூ. தேங்க்யூ.
In case of diabetics, which yoga would be beneficial or some question?
Some question in that. For the diabetic, I am answering that. If you are stimulating the lower part of abdomen, you have to do the asanas for compressing the abdomen or inverting the abdomen. Then you stimulate the pancreas. It gives the diabetic relief. It's a long-term process, but it's a short-term. We have to do regularly and daily for long-term. Yes. Any questions, sir?
Hello?
Yes.
Is there any question? Madam, one question was asked in the chart, that is from Miss Dolly Jain.
Yes, sir.
Asanas for ladies problem.
Can you please tell an asana for ladies problem like stomach pain?
Yes, the screen itself I am told that Padarasana, that is Badakonasana. You are saying that Badarasana or Badakonasana, that is in butterfly position. Is it that? Please show the slide, sir. Padarasana.
Which one, ma'am?
Padarasana. That is before the Padmasana. Yes, this one, sir.
Okay, thanks, ma'am.
Badarasana. Next.
Okay, thanks, ma'am.
Yes, this one. This one is most beneficial for the ladies in pregnant ladies and the menopause stage, and then the stomach pain problems in the menstrual period. This is the best one. You have to do or fly the thighs 20 to 15 times. Okay, this is the best asana for the ladies.
Thanks, ma'am. Thanks.
Okay.
Ma'am, one chart question that is from Miss Maladi.
Yes, sir.
Any yoga to cure diabetes or prevent diabetes?
Prevent is not possible. If you are having the diabetes, you have to practice Artha Machendrasana. It's in the net also. You can see in this net also. Now I am doing for the immune system. So I give these types of asanas. Artha Machendra is most effective for the diabetes. If you are now without diabetes, you can follow. Never it comes to the lifetime.
Any other question from audience? Madam?
Yes, sir.
One more question from Dr. J. Rupavadi.
Yes, sir.
I am practicing yoga.
Yes.
If I stop it, whether it leads to any side effect?
No, it won't give the side effect, but it gives the laziness to the body. After 1 week or 10 days, we have to motivate ourselves to do that. Like that, the gym or any physical exercise, it may get lead to side effects, but yoga won't give side effects. If you practice, you may get good results, or otherwise it gives the laziness only. This will lead to do the yoga.
Madam, another question from Ms. Deebamala.
Yes.
How can improve fertility system in female?
Yes.
Regarding this, I have attended a webinar on 21st June, that is a Yoga Day, International Day of Yoga, from one madam spoke on that.
Yes.
She explained her own experience. We want to have an answer from you, ma'am. How can we improve fertility system in female?
For fertility system, you have to increase the blood circulation to the lower part of the body. First, you have, for doing this, Padahastasana, Trikonasana, and then you are sitting in the Vajrasana is the most effective for that. We are a lot of research works are doing in this fertility. You see that all this comes to, you have to compress or relax the lower part of the body, that is below the navel system. You have to do that, Vajrasana, like that. It's not a special anything, one asana to do for the fertility. You have to increase the blood circulation to the lower part of the body, that is 90 degree. Tadasana, the lot of asanas is there. You have to practice up to 30 minutes like this. Daily you have to practice, and intake also gets the fertility tool.
Another question from Mr. Selva Ganesh, which is powerful, yoga or meditation? I think both are different.
No, it's interlinked with that. Simply sitting and do meditation is not essential for you or not benefits for you. First, you have to do yoga. If your breathing is perfect and normal, that leads to meditation. If you practice, at least I know I am saying that, if you practice 3 months continuous yoga without any meditation, you are doing that yoga for up to 3 months, then simply sit in your meditation hall in your home, it leads to meditation. Or otherwise, sometimes it may not possible. So first you have to practice on your yoga, and then you simply sit. It gives the meditation. That's all saints are doing this. All saints are saying this method only. Simply sit. You can make a meditation.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
There any question from audience?
Yoga, you have to practice in the morning itself. It's very essential for you, because empty stomach makes you to do the asanas and breathing very effective and very easy to do all asanas. So morning section is very effective for doing yoga.
Madam, some more basic questions are asked. You please explain, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
One is from Mr. Saravanan Ramachandran.
Yes.
Which time is better for doing yoga, morning or evening?
Yes, morning itself is very effective.
Okay.
Because your stomach is empty, no?
Yeah.
Early morning is very essential for you, very effective.
Another question from Karima Bali.
So
how to improve kids' concentration through yoga?
Yes. First, we have to do the concentration. There is a lot of asanas are there. First, you have to do the asanas. Concentrate asanas are there. Some concentrate. The first one we are seeing that Vrikshasana. No? We are standing in one leg. So balancing your body. If you are balanced, you have start concentrate on that. Like this, lot of asanas are there. Balancing asana is most effective for concentration. That is the best. That is the main thing.
Another question from Imu Sahar. How we take yoga as an art or science?
First you take as an art, and then it leads to science. Okay.
Well, ma'am. Well, ma'am.
Do. We cannot see. If you can do each and every asana, simply we are seeing the asana, but in the inside, it's doing lot of scientific works. So first we have to see as an art, and then it leads to science. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Is there any question directly? No, I think so. So thank you, ma'am. I invite. Yeah.
Sir, myself.
Please.
Sir, myself from Raja Sarboji Government Arts College, Tanjavur. A simple question to ma'am. Namaskar, ma'am.
Namaskaram.
You have explained about the yogic diet, ma'am. Diet in your presentation. Yogic diet.
Yes.
What is the importance of the diet, ma'am? Other than the normal food what we are taking in our daily life, any special items are there in that food or in the diet?
And first we have to take the vegetarian food and fresh food. Fresh food. That is, today you are making, and we have to finish all the today itself. Yesterday's food or the 2 days later food, it won't do that. And then too spicy or too hot, we won't take that. That is the yogic diet. And then we have to up to Mida Ahara. That what is the meaning for Mida Ahara? You have to take half stomach only. That is the yogic diet. We have to concentrate on diet. Fresh.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
So much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
If there is no question, I invite Dr. Murugayan to propose a vote of thanks.
Good morning to all. First of all, thanks to our principal, Raja Sarboji Government College, Tanjavur, for grateful support of the seminar. Thanks to Selvarani Kannan for your energetic presentation of your yoga. Thank you, madam. Thanks to Indian Council of Philosophical Research, New Delhi, for sponsoring of this seminar. Thanks to Professor Dr. Mariappan, HOD, Department of Zoology, Raja Sarboji Government College, Tanjavur. Thank you, sir. Thanks to all participants and our college staffs and our department staffs also. Thank you, sir. Thanks one and all. Thank you once again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, participants. Please join with us the final session of this national webinar sponsored by Indian Council of Philosophical Research tomorrow by 10 o'clock. Thank you once and again all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I thank you mainly for the Mariappan sir, those who introducing in this webinar. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, madam.